This next form is called the Tai Chi Dao Yin. As its name suggests, its origins come from Tai Chi movements. It was developed and put together by Tom Tam out of Boston, Massachusetts. And he created this form to correct any aberrations of qi, like places in the body where the qi flows in directions where it should not, and also as a means to clear the blockages in the meridians, and also to develop sensitivity to qi so that you can feel it more easily. So the first movement will go into Wu Qi movement. So the feet should point either forward or slightly in, even with your shoulders. Same idea is to have your tongue resting lightly between your upper teeth and gum to connect the governing vessel up the spine and the conception vessel down the front. Relax your body. So you want to allow your belly to sag. You want to let your shoulders come down. You want to unclench your hips and your buttocks, using only enough tension to hold your body up and let everything else be released. So as you relax, and there's less tension in the body, the qi can flow more easily. Same principle as if you were standing on a garden hose. If somebody steps on the garden hose, the water doesn't flow because it's too constricted in one area. The less constriction we have in the body, the more easily it is to have the qi flow. And so the first position, first we'll relax, and we'll gently bring our hands over your feet. Tilt your palms up with just enough tension to open them. So let's say give attention to your hands, but not tension. Very, very light. In this position, it's not unusual to start to feel some qi flow. Your hands may tingle. You may feel a little bit of density in your body with this. If you're feeling that, that's great. If you're not, it's okay, you will. But for this first movement, if you are feeling something in your hands, let's play with this position a little bit. First, go from side to side with your hands. And at one point, you're going to feel a stronger vibration. When you feel that, as far as width, that's your position. And then back and forth, same thing. Where do you feel the most? Wherever you feel the most, that's your position for right now. Every day your body's in a different state, and so every day the positions of your hands may be slightly different. Once you're in this position, and your tongue gently rests between your upper teeth and gum, slight bow to your head to open up the upper cervicals. Gently breathe into your belly, letting it expand. Exhale and imagine that the breath flows through the soles of your feet to about 3 feet below your body. This position, together with that style of breathing, is a qigong just by itself. For our purposes, this gets us into a state of relaxation and even qi flow to prepare us for the rest of the movements. So we'll relax here. And let's say ordinarily we'd hold this position for anywhere from 1 to 10 minutes. And then we'll begin. Turn your hands over, take a breath in. As your hands come up with a slight bend in the elbow, as high as your shoulders, gently turn them over and come down. If you were submerged in water up to your neck, how would your hands move? And that would be how we would do this. Inhale on the way up. Exhale as if you're moving through water. Come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Check in with your body, make sure you're not holding any more tension. Make sure you didn't flex or tighten anything up. Keep coming up. And down. coming up on the inhale, and then down. For the next movement, this gathers heavenly chi and chi from the earth coming up from the ground. So traditionally, in classical Taoist culture, we would say that there are three powers: heaven, earth, and humanity. You say energy comes down from heaven, comes up from earth, and unifies in a human being. And so this draws the chi from heaven, this draws the chi from earth. From here we want to open up the conception vessel, which is the main line of energy down the center of the body. So very gently, as a very soft form, bring the palm in front between your eyebrows, very loose with your hand, and guide the chi down. So it's as if your palm is a magnet. Without touching your body, we gently draw the chi down. As one hand ends, the next hand begins. So as my left hand comes down the center line, my right hand slightly outside the frame of my body, comes across, guides the chi down very softly. Let your breathing be natural, slow, and even. The more relaxed you are, the better. Check in and make sure you haven't tensed anything in your body. And if you have, just gently let it go. The next movement is to open up the pericardium channel. Because this form primarily works on the yin meridians, we're going to guide the chi down the pericardium channel. At the middle point of the pericardium channel, which is pericardium 5, at that point, the lung, the pericardium, and the heart channels all converge into that space. And so this opens up the three major yin meridians that come through the body. And so what we'll do is we'll gently raise the left hand, come across the body with the right hand, down the center. Both hands move as if we push and pull. As the right hand extends, it turns over softly. Come across the chest with the left, gently guide down and draw the right hand back. Turn it over, come across. Your hand is somewhere at the height between your chest and your solar plexus. Very loose here. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. Your hands very soft. In addition to opening up the meridians in your body, the yin meridians here, the lung, the heart, and the pericardium, for the health benefits, this also helps to concentrate the chi in your hands and build more chi sensitivity. Help you feel your surroundings. Just guiding it out. Very soft here. Being careful to make sure that you haven't tensed anything else up in your body. The next movement is designed to condense the chi. Now that you've got it moving, we're going to condense the chi into what's called the lower dantian, also known as the great sea of chi. If you step out, do about shoulder's width and a half. There's a slight pelvic tilt here. Just gently draw your hips forward, not flexed, just drawing so that the tailbone hangs. With your attention, locate the space, let's say 1.5 inches below the navel, to about 2/3 of the way in towards your spine. Locating that space, let's have you place one palm The center of your palm over that space, and then the other palm over the top. Traditionally, the left hand would be on the bottom if you were male, and the right hand would be on the bottom if you were female. It's not always true. This is the way it was done traditionally, but what you'll notice is, one, your intuition will tell you whichever hand position feels more comfortable. Another way to tell is if your heart begins to beat a little bit faster, it's a good idea to change your hands. That's a better flow for you. Nothing bad will happen if your hand position isn't optimal for you, but this is just to optimize the chi flow. And so from here, with the palms, palm over your abdomen, take a breath in, let your belly expand. Exhale, draw the belly back in, and imagine that the breath flows through the soles of your feet. Let's try that 5 more times for a total of 6. Inhale. Exhale, allow the chi to flow through the soles of your feet. Coming in, letting the belly expand. Coming out, a gentle contracting, letting the chi flow through the soles of your feet. Again, being mindful if you added to any tension in your body. After you've completed your 6 breaths, draw the palms up to about solar plexus height. We're going to first rotate in one direction, doesn't matter which, 6 times. And then 6 times in the other direction. It's important, no matter how many times, it doesn't have to be 6. But it's important that you do an equal amount on each side. And that helps to harmonize your digestion. For the next movement, we'll borrow a position from Yan Xin's Qigong, known as 9-step Qigong. This next movement is especially good for balancing the endocrine system. So what we'll do is we'll place the right hand under the navel, left hand about even with your solar plexus. Palms are over each other. Say a few inches away from the body. Sink down a little bit. Let's try 6 of the same style of breathing. So you inhale, let the belly expand. Exhale, let it contract in and flow to the soles of your feet, down into the floor. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand. And exhale, contract. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. For the next movement, we'll borrow something from the Shaolin practice of iron shirt. What we're trying to do with this next movement is to harmonize the 2 sides of the body and to get a concentration of an even concentration of energy from side to side. It's not unusual to have one side of the body be dominant energetically, but it's healthiest if the 2 sides can communicate. So what we want to do is we'll lower the stance a little bit if your legs will let you. Slight pelvic tilt here. Let all your fingertips match up towards each other at about the height of your chest. Let your elbows drop. Let your shoulders be down low. The tendency here is to do a little hitchhiking with your thumbs. We still want your thumbs even to be pointing towards each other so that all your fingertips point towards each other. Slight bend to the elbow. Take a breath in and expand. And come in. Expand. And come in. Expand. Good. Being sure to keep your shoulders down low. Tongue resting gently between the upper teeth and gum. Keeping the tension out of your body as best you can. Just expand out. Come back in. One more time. Come out. And back in. Let's come up. For the last part, what we're looking to do is integrate the chi flow. And what we're trying to do is integrate the two sides of your brain, or the two halves of your body, so that every part of your body is communicating with every other part of your body. And when we do this, we're going to add a Tai Chi kick. So the first part is we'll cross the hands in front of you. Once they're crossed, we'll turn them over, separate. It doesn't matter how high you kick, it only matters that you extend your heel and gently place it down. So a kick that's this high is perfectly acceptable. In the beginning, if you have balance trouble, it would be okay to hold onto a chair or a wall until you feel like you get your balance. And now we'll close the form. Take a breath in. Exhale, gently guide the chi down into the abdomen. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Coming up, keeping the tension out of your body. Exhale, let the chi flow. Inhale, drawing the heavenly chi up. Exhale, guiding it down to join with the chi of the earth. Coming up. Straight down. One more time, come up. And down. Let your palms rest one more time on the lower dantian, the space just below the navel, for let's say 10 seconds. Bring your awareness to that space below the navel. And then when you're ready, rub your hands together, the arms, the face, head, and neck. The reason for that is once you've had the chi flow and condense in the body, the tactile sensation keeps the chi inside the body instead of flowing outward, keeps you self-contained. And that's the Dao Yin Qigong form.